Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, out in the backyard in the rain. And I have colors to use up in my color pan, which is just in a piece of plastic that was packaging for something. I also have, that you can see in front of you, yeah, I'm going to have to talk a little louder, I think. I need something to rest my dustpan in, and I didn't think about that in advance, so maybe I'll just, maybe I'll steal my skewer rest. I've got stuff, but what I really want to do is spread some black paint, and I just did a canvas with a lot of white paint, and I liked what happened because there was a mass of paint. Looks like I will be mixing more black paint tomorrow. And that's just barely enough. So let's hope it is enough and continue on. Oh, I did not rescue the... This is my oxo omelet turning spatula coming out of the bucket. Keep your spatulas clean, kids. I know you all have one. And if you don't, they're on the Amazon link right here below the video. It's a really good idea to keep them clean. I may have to touch up my edges tomorrow, but because I have this lovely pan of color and I expect this to be a thick layer of black paint on a warm day in Florida, it's probably still won't dry too quick because it's not too sunny right now with the rain, although you can never tell. It is often sunny and rainy at the same time here, strangely enough. So I would like that to go all the way to the edge. Maybe even a little over, so it will start to fall down. So I don't have to worry that anything will be uncovered as the residuals exit the top area. I did not tip my last canvas, so I suspect that I will probably not tip again, but you can never tell. I change my mind all the time. And I've got a good layer of black paint coming down over my edges. And I'm going to try and keep my tile in the center, but it's very off-center, and I didn't remember. But I can show you guys what my turntable is made out of by centering it right now. There we go. It's just a spinning ring. Also, I see stuff, a big something that does not belong. Now, what I have to decide is if I'm going to add paint to my dustpan or not. And that's going to go in the bucket, or if I'm going to start with a shovel, which seems to be a better idea to me. And what I want to do is add a lot more of a couple of colors that I really like. And those colors would be my favorite folk art neon purple, and that's an iridescent Art Mines, and maybe I have enough black to add a little bit in there. Yep. What else? I don't know. How about, I didn't put any of that in last time, so maybe that's not a bad idea. And I see very little of this. And sometimes the weirdest color combinations work the best. Don't ask me why, it's just the truth. So, I'm going to get some stuff out of my way. The rain is not continued. This time I'm going to give myself permission for a really nice big scoopful of this paint. Because the last time it immediately... Maybe I will tip. Maybe I will. Maybe I can tip right back into that pan too. I have a much bigger mass of paint down here at this bottom. I really like it. Yeah, I wasn't planning on tipping, but I am. And I am going to tip some of it right off back into the pan that it came out of. I see that thing that does not belong, and I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm sorry. I usually throw my paint right back onto the canvas, but it requires that I had used an edge catcher, and I did not. but it's still okay because I'm liking that a lot. That is super cool. I'm happy with that. That's a good start, I think. Let's see what else we're going to do with this. And maybe, just maybe, since this is a whole different gig, I'm going to use some of the paint that's coming out of my... you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to take some black, touch that little spot up in between, and then I'm going to take some paint. And I'm liking how much humidity there is out here because it means that I'm not having to worry about the paint drying too much. As I say that, the sun is threatening to come out. I'm going to use my basting brush because I can. The name of my book on the Amazon link. Thank you guys for appreciating my book. I hear great things all the time from you guys. What else do I want to do over here? I kind of want to put some gold in there and see what will happen. I have never used black paint this thick. I'm all done. I want to be done. This is so cool. I love it. I really, really love it. So the question is, do I want to tip it some more? And the answer is obviously yes. And I said I was going to torch. But as soon as I torch, I take this huge risk of setting up the paint on the surface, which is not a bad thing if I want to be able to then add another section, because the paint will be somewhat set up. But I'm really thinking that I'm just enjoying watching all of this tip. And if I spread it out far enough from this side down, then I can add paint over here and maybe tip it the other direction. Hopefully you guys can see some of that happening. It's pretty neat. I haven't used an edge catcher. I do have black paint coming down over my edges, and I do want to rub it into the edges it's coming down over somewhat. Everywhere that I can, because the drips will form and then there'll be little clumps, and I don't really want that. But it is a perfect day right now to do this, and I do want to save myself the trouble of worrying about edges if I can possibly manage it. I want to just stick my fingers right in the rest of the paint and pull it right down over the edge, but that's not how this works. Because I like the idea that this is going to heal itself. There, I'm going to have to do it over here. Don't see very many edges. Alright, so what's next? That's a good question. How about a bamboo skewer? And we see what happens. How about, let's blow in some edges and see what happens. Plenty of black paint under the surface, so we can do this without risk. I really want to find out what happens with the gold. Really? Alright, so do we take a chance? I've already taken a chance. Shall we just blow that out? Because we want to know. Painting minds want to know. Whoops, not to leave the bottles in the way. So in this case, it's not less that's more, it's more that's more. I don't know how long that's going to stay there though. I think that I'm going to do it again in some places and then torch right there. Assuming I can get the torch to light and stay lit, let's give it a shot. That is the gold mica powder that is on my Amazon link below the video, along with a bunch of other stuff that you might like. Anita's paints and folk art paints, and if the torch makes the gold stay on the surface, that would be so awesome. The black paint was thick enough, so we should have no problem. I see a little filament there that I want to be gone. As long as the paint is thick, I think I can get rid of it and it'll still heal. think my only suspicion will be that, ooh, we're getting a ton of cells and I've got no silicone. Silly turntable keeps trying to slide right off my table. No silicone, but the Deco Art Pouring Medium Floetrol half and half mix that I add to my color that already has GAC 800 by Golden in it to keep the paint from cracking is making some beautiful cells. And my temptation is to do all kinds of stuff like use chain, but maybe that's not a good idea. But since the paint is thick, I can try that and see what happens. Ooh, that's a pretty good idea to leave some paint, some black paint down over my edges and cover them better. That didn't do anything at all because the black paint was so thick. Very little. So now I have to know. If the bamboo, excuse me, if the silicone basting brush will do that. I'm not seeing a whole lot there, and that's okay. I'm going to continue to play. Am I? It's necessary that things actually come out. So I'm going to play with the other colors on the black. Knowing full well I can add more colors. And I have it in mind that I love this turquoise and I do not have enough of it. I'm just going to stick my skewer right in there. See what happens. I usually love how the black and the turquoise react with each other. I'm a little nervous that everything that can sink will sink right now because the black is so thick. But I'm having a good time finding out. I suppose if I really wanted gold, a lot more gold, which I do happen to love the gold, I could probably come back and do something else tomorrow, but I'm not sure what that something else would be. Because that black paint is so thick. Alright, where's an edge catcher? I know I have one. And I got 5 minutes left. And I'm having a good time experimenting. And I didn't use my dustpan, but oh well, never mind. I'm going to turn this around, trying to get the, yeah, it's just not coming back to center, and I don't know why. So, right in the middle of the canvas, down by the edge, I have learned a few things. Oh, we're going to get some migration. What's it going to do? Going to swallow a whole bunch of stuff, evidently. So I'm just going to send it back again. I've got gnats in my face. How much more do I want to do to that? It stopped raining, which means if I want to add some more color, I can. I'm a little nervous about changing what I like about this already. I like enough of that up there, so I think I'm just going to grab some more color, go around there. That go right down. Oh, I like that. Or if I want some more of that turquoise, I guess I'll settle for the green. Kind of loving that. Just stick a skewer in. I love this purple, and I don't know, but I just have this compulsion to add something in there and hope it isn't too brown. What else do I want to do? I kind of want to put white over there and just swipe it right out. Don't ask me why. But I guess I'm going to give myself permission to get really funky. I'm going to take this white paint that I see right there. And some more beautiful colors. Let it all drift off my shovel in a nice wide ribbon pour. Because I can, the name of my book on the Amazon link. I know, I can't help it. I'm an author. Wow. Thank you, Jackie. Hopefully Jackie's still talking to me. Jackie is my editor, who worked long and hard to make that book a reality. I want to tip that. That looks like something from Alien and I don't like it. There's my gold. Alright, who knows what's going to happen to this now. I liked it before. Oh well. Things are falling. I think maybe tipping in the wrong direction first, because I've got such a nice amount of wet paint there. And it'll make nice fingers. It is definitely accidental art. Oh, really? Okay, so I've got 2 minutes. And I think I told you guys most of the things I needed to tell you. I do put GAC 800 in my paintings so that if I want to leave things thick, I can. I am going to let those all run down. I may have to let them run back again too. But agitating the paint by tipping the canvas definitely helps make cells. And I'm trying to center my paint so that I know where it wants to go. And the black is a mass underneath everything, so it's really facilitating things moving quite nicely. That's kind of different. I can seal some paint right off of my edge catcher if I want to. And I love this here, but I think it's going to all come down. And I'm going to lose you guys in a minute, but I've told you everything I need to tell you before, and probably at the end of the last video, so you know to shop my Amazon link, and you know to look at my Teespring, and look on my Facebook page for pixels.com for artworks of mine since 2013. Yeah, I don't know about those. I kind of want some gold back in here again, and I'm not sure how this is going to be the next time you see it, but I'm going to have my gold back. And I know I can do that with this straw, so I will see you guys anon. And I may be adding gold tomorrow. That's just the way it goes. I might be adding some turquoise now. I just want to use whatever I've got handy. Let that go right over the edge. There's 1 minute left. I like that. Turquoise there. I think that was inspired. It's a lot of paint here, but I don't mind. So I love you guys. Thank you for 60,000 of you just about. And I will see you in the next video. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery saying thanks for the contributions that keep me painting. Join the contest by contributing. And you'll help me out a lot by giving me a thumbs up, which I would really appreciate. Watch more videos. Help me out too. Love you guys. Come again. I think this is a lot of fun. I like it.